Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. I'm Dell. Delivering messages here on this YouTube platform, always in a space of divine love and non-judgment. All information about me is in the description box. You can check it out there. And if you care to as well, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated, and it supports just growing this community and this channel, and you being a part of that means the world. So thank you so much. We're just going to jump into some channeled messages first, and then I'm going to shuffle some cards out of the tarot deck. I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck today, and that'll also be in the description box if you want to check that out. I'm hearing just this song was blasting in my ear, like I could hear it so loudly preparing for the reading. So I pulled up the lyrics and I thought, okay, well, we'll see if it wants to come back around again to be talked about. And I'm hearing spirits say, like, get it out of the way, talk about it. So the song was Voices Carry by, I already have forgotten who, I think Till Tuesday or something like that. But it's Voices Carry is the song title. And I believe this was popular in either the 80s or the 90s. I'm not exactly sure. It's already on the Spotify playlist because this has come through in a prior reading, but I don't know in what capacity. I don't remember. How it's coming through in this reading and in the message right now is that your voice deserves to be heard. You have a song, a sound that deserves to be heard. And if you are finding that it's being stifled right now in any capacity, to look beyond that and to see why you allow yourself to continue to be stifled in that capacity. So in the lyrics it talks about, what does it say? He wants me, but not all of the time. He wants me if I get in line. So it's really talking about like this kind of tumultuous relationship where this person accepts another person, but only like when it's convenient for that person. So I don't really know what this energy is. I wasn't really picking up on it. It was more like this someone being like disillusioned or feeling this illusion or caught up in this illusion, allowing themselves to be in an illusion, but I feel like it's crumbling. I feel like the facade is crumbling, and I can't tell if this is you or if this is someone that you're involved with or connected with, where it's more, I'm getting the latter, so I think it's the second one. It's more so like they have done reflecting on the past, and I just got a wave of sadness as I'm bringing this message in. I feel like it's like somebody you're involved with, whether this is a person you have known for a long time, a person you're involved romantically with, a crush, I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. But I'm seeing that they're actually weighing out and seeing the difference between what a real true love relationship is and what an entanglement is that they probably were involved in a really long time in the past. And having that come to light, coming to the surface, it just feels heartbreaking. It feels like, oh my God, how did I not notice that? Or how did I allow that to happen? I'm getting this interconnectedness though, where someone, not you, is going through this realization and seeing the ways that they have allowed themselves to be stifled. Oh, they were only good enough when they behaved like that, or they were only good enough when they were deserving of this when they provided this, or something like that. And I think their wake-up call to that and recognizing what they had, it's like it's bringing up an awareness with you of some type of compassionate understanding for the other person, if that makes any sense. I think it's also healing something in you. I can't tell if this is because there's like a divine soul union blueprint kind of thing occurring between the two of you. I don't want to just assume either, and I'm not getting a super clear image of what it is. But I do definitely get like this other tie, this other connection where subconsciously maybe this person was feeling, oh, I'm only deserving of love if I act a certain way, is karmic in nature. So I'm being guided to set that aside. I had to just deliver it, so that's how it was coming through. So take it as it resonates, please. It might not be for everyone. And now we're going to move on to the tarot, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, out with a bang. It's interesting because listening to that song, I'm like, this is awesome. I love this song. It's just super catchy, but then it just kept like poking at me, and the more I was hearing it, the louder and louder and louder it was. And I'm like, okay, I'm obviously not getting something. I don't. And then as I'm reading the lyrics, I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want to be dancing to this anymore. I do get there's this feeling of liberation though, like the other person or the person the song's about is choosing to set themselves free from this. Like, no, I'm gonna be myself, and I deserve love and compassion and all the wonderful things in life, just by being myself, And I feel like you really offer that space for somebody else. There's no need to control or contrive, or just here like you offer a space to grow rather than a controlled space to slow, to not grow. Ooh, excuse me, nature clearing with that. It's still coming. One sec. Okay. If you don't know me, I get a lot of clearing that just kind of like runs up through the body in a kind of like a belch burp. So I don't think a sound has escaped yet on the channel, but I'm sure it's forthcoming. So I apologize in advance. Yeah, there's some indecision here. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. I heard someone hopes you are well. I feel like this is probably a continuation of the channel message, but I don't want to just assume, so please take it as it resonates. I'm getting it's somebody who's at a crossroads. Specifically, I'm hearing crossroads in life, and it's just like I have to make sense of some things before I make a decision to move forward, to move onward. And it's like they've made up their mind to make a new start. So I'm getting Led Zeppelin, Going to California, that song, where they're like, I've made up my mind to make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Are they going to California? I don't know. They might be. I have no idea. But I think what I'm getting from it is, it's like I've decided to go move on into a sunnier place in my life. But it still hurts. It hurts because I just get this person has put a lot of work or something into that area of their life. If it's not another person, it's probably you, or it could be you, or someone close to you. But I just feel this like melancholy, like, ugh. Like if I had known then what I know now, would I have allowed this to go on for so long? And I'm getting like, no. But you can't go back in time, and you have to be supportive of yourself with where you are at right now. And the now, what's your narrative now? And we can only create from the present. So, okay. I'm hearing to group them together. So we have the Hermit, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Wands, which is an interesting combination to come out. Yeah, I'm just getting someone deep in reflection about like how something didn't work out, how they were really hopeful, they were doing the right thing, they thought they were doing the right thing. Spirit corrected me. They thought they were doing the right thing, but they were hopeful. And it just, as this person has grown older and they're wiser and reflecting more, it's like, okay, I can see how maybe I got into this because I was in a hurt space and I didn't heal something all the way. There is something missing. There was a void, and I was trying to fill it. I was trying to occupy that hurt space by keeping my mind busy. Again, I just keep getting someone say like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So it could be you or someone else hit a certain age. I'm seeing like 30s, like in that age group, where you're like, well, yeah, it's about settling down o'clock. So I should find my spouse, and I should build, and I should whatever. And whether or not that was what you were actually inclined to do or guided to do, I don't know. It's what was done is what I'm picking up. And it's just, I just see that there's this introspection right now, and actually showing you, okay, this is how like old pain or unresolved pain or hurt or heartache led to this commitment or whatever. But maybe like, what would it have looked like if this heart had no swords in it? What would the commitment at present look like if the heart you were moving forward with didn't have the swords in it? So we don't have to be completely perfect and healed to enter into a relationship, but there is definitely growth and encouragement to growth, especially when you're with the right partner. So for some, this is wherever you're at right now. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles underneath that card too, it's you're learning a truth about yourself, Page of Swords, and you've decided to work on yourself. But with that, when we decide to work on ourselves, it's like stuff comes up to the surface. We have to take a look at it. So how it's coming through again is like we don't have to be fully healed, but with the right partner and the right person, it's like the healing just seems to naturally occur and you can work together. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect all the time, or your ego isn't going to be inflamed or triggered or something like that, but to have, I'm just seeing to find space with another where you can be together, but then retreat to your corners when it's time to lick your wounds, you know, and then come back for your support from each other. I'm just seeing that there's a lot going on right now, and it's almost healthier to go through what you're going through independently, alone, and then coming together for support, because it's deeply personal, like the healing process, you know. And what works for you might not work for somebody else. So just honoring and allowing others to honor, like, all right, this is a space that I need to process my emotional baggage or my emotional wounding. Oh, okay, that's the space that you need to process that. Okay. Nothing I'm talking about here in the reading is I'm not getting anything like toxic or abusive or anything like that. So that's not what this reading is. This is just, I'm getting like two people going through a change. I get one person going through a change and one person kind of consequently going through a change because that person's going through a change. I know this is super specific, so it may not resonate for everybody. And if it's not love, it definitely feels like it is. It could be somehow connected to a family environment, or it could be connected to, I'm seeing school or work or something like that. In school, I'm talking about like university. Okay. Yeah, but it's just, I'm seeing like just two people independently together, if that makes sense. I know that's not like the norm, but there is strength and a new beginning that comes through. With this, I'm hearing like hope definitely ushers in. And when the other person isn't strong and you are, it gives them strength, and vice versa. So with this wand here, I'm actually getting that you end up serving as a beacon of light to not only for yourself, but for each other. So there's this development that wants to come in, that I'm just getting this, there's this expansion and this new beginning, this new idea, like, oh, wait a sec, instead of triggering each other, what if we accept responsibility for our own emotional security and stability? We tend to what we need to do. We're here to help each other and support, but rather than like this wand being like a stick where we're poking each other all the time, why don't we actually just serve as a beacon of light for each other? You know, so I'm getting that there's this strength coming in to decide to, I'm hearing that song, when a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. I think it says, and you cast your fears aside and you know you can survive, I think. I'm not sure who sings that, but I'm hearing it. I'll add to the Spotify playlist. But yeah, it's just, I'm just seeing like you find strength out of this and you move forward together. So, and if it's not a together situation, though it definitely feels like it is, I'm just getting you independently move forward and you act as a beacon of light. I feel like you're doing this anyway, and it's inspiring. Like you're both inspiring each other to be your own beacons and pillars of light moving forward. You think it's like you're going your own separate way, but you notice, you happen to look over, oh, you're doing the same thing as me. Oh, okay. Why don't we hang out together? Because we're both on the same page again. So I heard finally. So maybe this has been a process for a while. If it's somebody that you are, or you used to be close with and you're not close with anymore, it's like finding your way back towards each other, and you figure out a way to make it work by belonging first to yourself. Okay, I think that came out right. This is interesting too. The last two cards are the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So talk about like the best is yet to come because this is the bottom. So I don't mean to laugh, but it's important to bring humor into life and to support ourselves with humor and a good laugh whenever we can. So, but yeah, I just feel like, okay, I can see how I wasn't really helping. I thought I was helping, but it was making matters worse, not only for myself, but for the people around me. You know what? I've tried all this other stuff. I've tried acting from an unhealed place, and it just didn't get me anywhere. I'm gonna switch my approach, and I'm gonna detangle myself from this mess, i.e. the past, and I'm going to set sail on a new horizon, because I know and understand now that I can only create from the present. I can't create from the future because the future doesn't exist yet. I can't create from the past because it's already done. So there's no sense in ruminating. And all we can do is just let go of what doesn't work for us and just hold our head high and keep moving forward. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully that helped. I know that was super specific, but that's what the channeling was for today. And yeah, so until next time, stay well, take care, and I will see you. Bye.